I'm rusty. Sorry. I was like, what do you want me to say right now?
I'm like, you have to do it with me. I have the OG back.
It's
Justine. Oh, soy. The candle lady. Everyone calls you the candle. Do you hate that?
No. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
get
it.
offended for you. I'm like, she's more than just a candle lady.
No, I don't take it personal. I actually love it. Usually people forget my name. They just call default to candle lady. I'm like, hi, it's me. It's fine.
I would actually, that's probably my biggest nightmare. Like to be identified as only
something
one
else.
thing.
Oh, I don't take it like personal.
That's good.
I am
You're better than
much many more things than a candle lady, but I'm a candle lady for sure. So I take pride in it. I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want someone to call you soy. Just to, has anyone ever called you?
No, that's never happened.
Oh, okay. I feel like Keith has.
I don't think so. Keith,
to be funny,
jokingly,
to be funny.
Yeah.
He makes jokes about it because it translates to
I am
in Spanish. Well, not the O, but like soy means I am in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And so him and I, actually the last time he was on the podcast, we had like a good,
I
like,
listened to that.
Jokes about like, I think we mentioned you too.
Yeah, you guys talked about me. Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Welcome to my new space, my new crib.
It's so cute in here, and I'm excited.
Thanks.
Always excited. See, there goes my voice. I told you.
Honey.
My voice is doing like weird things, so just bear with me. But yeah, I'm excited to be here and to join in on the podcast. Always, it's always exciting when you invite me back.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah.
I have to. You're a reoccurring. We started this together, so you have to come back.
I know, and I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like so many things have happened. Well, I mean that I know about because I see you like almost every day. But I feel like so much life has happened since the last time you were.
Was that last summer? I was on this.
Last summer.
Or like September. We were talking about fall candles.
In the fall. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Ooh.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That was a long time ago, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
want to give updates on
Like life updates?
life updates, and then we'll talk about business.
Yeah. What has changed since fall? I mean, business is still growing, so like still definitely heavy in the candle game and growing my business. My platform has grown a lot since fall last year. I'm at like almost 16,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really interesting and cool, and like I've kind of had all these like different just like learning, like I'm learning different things about social media, and I don't know, it's been a lot. I just have fun with it, and it's not that I don't take it serious, but I kind of experiment with it a lot, and I could go on a whole tangent about that, but like kind of got off track recently. I started kind of sounding like an ad. Which like the products I talk about I do like, but I'm like, who am I talking to? I love my maker friends. I have a big community of maker friends that I'm constantly in touch with on there, but like I need to talk to my customers like I was, and I don't mind talking to makers on the side or in the comments, but I feel like I started making videos geared towards makers just subconsciously, not on purpose. Because it's fun and I like it. So I think I could sprinkle that in every once in a while, but I was looking at like my most recent videos and it was like just not talking to my target audience. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, candle stuff, other updates. Gosh, what else is new? I don't know. Just like life is evolving and changing as it normally does. My son's doing really good. He's just to like refresh you guys, or if you're new here, my son is on the spectrum. He's amazing and smart and awesome, and he is picking up language. He's about to turn 7. Not fully verbal yet, but very verbal at the same time. It's like kind of hard to explain. Like, you know what I'm talking about. He's not going to walk up to you and ask you how your day was, but he's going to tell you what tomorrow is, what the weather is. Like he was talking about that at the house, and tell me that, you know, there's recess art at school tomorrow. And he's just, he's really awesome. So, he's just been growing, and I'm really proud of him, and I'm really proud of myself as a mom. I'm still go to therapy every Thursday, and I'm working on myself. Every week is hard. It's exhausting.
Every week is so different.
It is. And I was like literally crying in therapy today about being in therapy.
We haven't even debriefed your therapy.
I know.
So every week, this is like, so I don't know if it's like like what's the word, like we're attached to each other, we're basically married. Every week I feel like we memo.
You get a recap on my therapy.
And I ask you, I go, how was therapy today?
And I'm like, and it's always just something like wild unveiling in therapy every week. I could tell you later, but it was basically all family stuff, and me finally like laying on the table how I feel. about family and feeling guilty about it. And like, but those are my feelings. And like, what do I do with it? Like, I have certain, like, I don't want to say too much, but you know, because I don't want to hurt anyone. It's just really hard for me to stay engaged with family members because I have so much happening in my own life. And it's not because I don't love them. I just have a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult sometimes. And just like trying to navigate through like healing from like childhood stuff. And
gosh.
I was like crying today in therapy so much, saying like, can I pick one trauma, please? Like, I have all these traumas. I was like, can I just have one? Can I pick one? Because that's traumatizing enough. Like, why are there so many? And I was like, and I was telling her, I was like, and I'm in therapy every week. And like, sometimes I just want to quit therapy. I was like, it's not your fault. You're such a good therapist. And she's just like sitting there looking at me. And I was just crying a lot today. It felt good though. It felt good in ways. And, yeah, I'm just really thankful for therapy because I don't dump on my friends anymore the way that I used to. I have my therapist for that. And then I can take like little snippets of therapy into conversations with friends and like kind of debrief in a way that's not so like all the heavy emotion came out in therapy, and I could just take the lighter emotional stuff and share with friends. Yeah. Whereas I feel like I used to just dump all over everyone. I trauma dump, you know? So yeah, still in therapy. And I don't know. Aside from that, I don't really know what else is new.
Yeah.
I have a raised garden bed.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? It's by my door, my back door. You probably just didn't notice it. I have strawberries, and I've eaten 4 strawberries that I grew myself.
Wait,
and
the bowl of strawberries you had in your fridge?
Those are they're not fake. They're just like, I didn't grow them.
They're plastic.
Fake strawberries and I tell everybody that I grew them. No, I pick them off the stem and wash them and eat them like right then and there. Cute. It's so fun. I don't know. It's really fun. I love that. And I'm growing corn, even though I don't really eat corn. Okay. And tomatoes, even though I don't really eat tomatoes.
But that's fun.
Yeah. And then like other things.
Give them to neighbors.
Yeah. True.
Fruits of your labor.
Yes, exactly. So that's fun. Love that.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Currently building a playground in the backyard for Hunter and his friends. These are such weird updates.
They're very like literal, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no, I'm literally updating you. Yeah, so we're like doing this and that, but no, that's fun. I've been saving up for like a playground. It's basically like a means to like host mom friends and like, hey, I've got a playground, and they can like come over and hang out, and the kids have something to do. We don't have to worry about them getting kidnapped because they're literally in the backyard in the playground. And I don't know, that kind of feels like a big deal to me because I don't really host often, and I'm like just finding ways to make my house more cozy. Yeah. And that comes from, sorry, I promise I'll stop updating in a second.
Please. Go. I'll get off the mic.
It comes from, not to be like get all deep and like depressing, but like in childhood I used to move all the time. Like literally every year I was moving into like a new house or a new place or a new apartment or into a new boyfriend of my mom's house or whatever. And so I feel like I never felt like I had my like a permanent place to like settle. And so I noticed in adulthood, like because I've lived at this place for 2 years, I barely hung things in Hunter's room, like the toy chest thing that hangs on the wall and like a couple like I did that like a month ago because I think instinctively I feel
move
like
anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You like kind of detach.
Yeah, I detach a little bit, and like I painted my room, like the one wall, and like hung some pictures. I bought a plant and stuff. So I feel like I'm like settling into the house 2 years later.
Yeah,
which is wild, but yeah, that's been fun. That's my life right now. It's kind of ordinary, but I love it.
I like that it's like all things that I know though. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, like, you already know. They don't know.
No, I love it. It's I feel like maybe I can give some updates too because I've been MIA.
Wait, have you from this?
Yeah, I've been. Well, I mean, I technically recorded. When did I record? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Wait, is that why you have a mic now?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I love it. Okay.
I have my own mic
Ask
now.
him
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. So if you have questions, I can look things up. I am Ask Jeeves
Wait.
for the
Ask
oldies.
Jeeves.
This
Wow,
is oh my gosh,
vintage.
this is like my true crime podcast where they're just talking and they'll be like, right, Steven, and then he'll like Google something like, yeah, that's correct.
Wait,
or like
that's
and they'll
so
look it up
fun.
or
That's so
whatever their name
cute.
is. Yeah. And like
No,
you hear
I-
this voice come out of nowhere. That's you right now. Okay. I love that.
All the girlies, all the amigas are gonna be like, "Who's that man?"
yeah, who's the guy? Show his
But
face.
I feel like I end up talking to you in the episode. Like
Yeah.
usually,
The past couple, I haven't really said anything.
yeah.
he just
but-
ignores you.
Or you hear him from the back, like he'll,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Before he had a mic, but now
Oh, got it,
now
got
he
it.
has a
Yeah.
mic. He's part
I'm
of the
official
squad.
now.
I love that. No, that's really smart.
I am an Amiga.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess it's been like 2 weeks since I recorded, and even in that episode, I didn't really give much of an update because we talked about like Chris's like business, and actually, it's a really cool episode.
Wait, did that air already?
It did, and
Oh, I haven't
did
listened
not.
to it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best.
It's
I
okay.
did not post anything about it, which I will. I'm gonna prepare to be sick of me. I'm gonna be posting all the things. I'm
Do
back.
it.
Well, after I get on a plane next week and come home, then. Also, I'm traumatized from planes, which I can give
for
this
sure. For sure.
Do you guys want to hear you know that. I hate that you know this because I wish I could get your reaction.
I know.
AJ, I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay. thank you.
So I flew to San Francisco last week. I had 3 shoots booked. Okay. So I flew out. Was that last week? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay. I flew out Sunday morning. My first shoot was at 3 p.m. in Pacifica, which is like 30 minutes from my hotel, downtown San Francisco. I had friends tell me, don't stay downtown because first off, it's sketchy. But I'm from Victorville, I'm not
Shit
scared.
ain't sketch when you're from the hill.
I'm like, it's fine. But also, like, it is because it's like downtown. It's like hard to get in, hard to get out. And I did not think about that. I was just thinking about the vibes from my hotel room. I wanted like, the lost in translation moment. And it was worth it. But my flight got delayed. I flew out of LAX. I don't know why I did that. Took an hour to get to the airport instead of 10 minutes to John Wayne.
Wait,
or out of John
why would
I
you
know.
do that?
uh,
Could you
Any-
have
yeah.
not done that?
I,
What the hell? That's so dumb.
I booked the flight using miles, and sometimes that's
Okay.
all you get. So.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyways, so my first shoot was at 3, and I was supposed to land at like 10:30 a.m. And I was like, sweet, I'll have so much time. I'll get to check into my hotel. I get to change my outfits. I hate wearing. I don't know if you know this about
plain
me. I hate
outfits.
wearing the
Ugh.
same outfit. Like I'll change my outfit 2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And especially when I fly. When I'm on an airplane with all these strangers coughing and barefoot, oh my God, you guys know I'm a rat, but even that is like
That's
a whole nother
dirty.
level. Like
Yeah.
that is dirty. So
It's
I'm like,
too close to
it's
everybody.
too close to
Yeah.
everyone. I'm like feeling everyone breathe on me. Ugh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
So then my flight gets delayed twice. And at this point, like the time just keeps going up, like for like when we'll land. And I'm like, ooh, okay, by the time I get to my hotel and like, I'm like doing the math in my head, like with traffic, blah, blah. So anyways, I land at 1:30 instead, and I make it to my hotel at like 2:15. And then I'm like, I need to be in Pacifica at 3 o'clock. So I literally change,
Oh my gosh.
grab my camera stuff, and then I go. And right after that photo shoot, I had another one that was in Berkeley. So another 30 minutes away. It was like boom, boom, back to back. So I was like, okay, whatever, annoying. And I like don't know. You've asked me this, like, is it normal that my flights normally get delayed? I feel like that's actually never maybe it's happened like once or twice. But like, I was like, what is happening? Like, this is so weird. So anyways, I drive to Berkeley. Guys, I'm such a literal, you're going to laugh at this. You actually don't know this. So I was in Berkeley and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to my hotel, finish the show Baby Reindeer, because that's all I was thinking about.
So good.
And then I check like my maps for traffic, and it says 2.5 hours. And I was like, I only drove 30 minutes. Like, traffic can't be that bad. And it said there was only like a 14-minute traffic like jam. So I was like, whatever. At this point, I was just accepting defeat. I was like, I just need to get to my hotel or I'm going to start crying. I'll grab dinner here. And I literally called Justine and I'm like, can you just talk to me?
We
while
talked
I'm
for a
alone?
long time,
Yeah,
right?
it was
For like
the
an
2
hour and a half or
hours.
something. Yeah. We just talked.
I'm like, literally, it was so sad. I'm at this Thai restaurant. I was really craving Thai food. And I was just like eating and on the phone, like sitting alone. And literally everyone around me was like a couple. And I was like, I don't have any friends.
Oh my gosh.
And then, so I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to like sit through traffic, whatever. And so I get off the phone with you, and then I call Zach, and he's like, I'm looking at your location. This is a part you don't know. He's like, why did you drive all the way around the bay? And I was like, no, that's what my maps told me. He's like, why didn't you take the Golden Gate? That would have only been 30 minutes from Berkeley. And I was like, I don't know. And it was guys, is because
you turn it off,
the
turn
tolls
off.
It
on
was
your
off.
maps.
It was off.
Honestly,
so
that's something I would do. It's fine.
I was pissed.
I would actually have done the same thing.
Right?
But this year, my tax
gosh.
guy said I should start taking tolls. Because
Write that
all
off?
tolls get written off. So I said, I take any toll road.
I accept any tolls.
That's actually brilliant.
yeah, that's amazing.
I love that.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna drive on.
I'm
the
not a
tolls now.
financial advisor, but my tax guy said it.
My tax guy says.
Okay, well, it gets worse because a stupid toll road effed me over because then. So there's a parking garage right next to my stupid downtown hotel, and I'm on the phone with Zach at this point, so you don't know this part. Well, I think I
we
told
hung
you,
up.
but
Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
And so everything is a one-way because it's downtown, so I miss one street, which adds like another 10 minutes to like 5 or 10 minutes to my route. And I was like screaming on the phone with Zach. I was like, I miss my turn because you're talking to me. Because he's like, where are you at? Like asking me all these questions. He's literally looking at my location. He's like, make a right. I'm like, I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's funny.
at this point, oh my gosh, I don't say this to be offensive, but it looked like The Walking Dead outside. Like there were just people walking around outside, very slow.
What time of day was it?
So
It's
this
like
was
almost
at
10
10:05.
right?
This is 10:05, and I remember the time because I get to my parking garage. I'm like, okay, at least my parking garage is right next to the hotel, and I don't have to walk with this giant camera bag. You know, I have people's film rolls in my I'm like, you can jump me, I don't care, but don't take my photos, please, because that's like so much money I would owe. And the parking garage closes at 10 o'clock. And it's 10:05. They're not messing around. I was like, okay, like it was close. I was like,
I would have started honking.
please let me in.
Yeah, please.
So then I'm like, there's like no parking outside. Like all the meters are like, there's like
what did you
construction.
end up doing? Like
I left my rental there with the hazards on, and no, I didn't leave it there.
I'm like, what?
And I grab my camera bag and I go up to the security guard at my hotel, and I'm about to cry, and he knew I was a damsel in distress. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I don't know where to park. I just want to like take a shower, like blah blah blah." And he was like, "Okay, just leave your bag at the hotel. It's fine." And like, there's like there's a few different parking garages. You'll probably have to walk a few blocks. But the reason why I was paranoid is because my two clients that I had before, they were asking me where I was staying. And I told them, and both of them went, ooh. And I was like, what does that mean? They're like, it's just like really sketchy. Like, just be careful if you're walking by yourself. And I was like, I'm by myself this whole trip. Okay, cool. So then I was just like really, really paranoid. I've been a little OC for too long. The Victorville wasn't showing anymore. I was just like, oh, this is so scary. I'm just a girl. So I drop off my backpack. I go and drive. I find I parked at the Union Square parking garage. I get lost in the parking garage.
Nuh-uh.
And then I'm like, any noise that I heard, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a man. Huh?
You were lost on foot?
I was lost on foot. I was taking
Lost on foot is crazy. like you're like traveling the wilderness and it's San Francisco. But honestly, it's the same thing.
It's just a parking garage.
Like you say there's like, you thought it was zombies. Like I had a very similar experience, exactly the same. Zombies walking around at night, and parking garage is closed and my car's trapped in it.
Oh shoot.
Like I don't like San Francisco because
Wait,
of
that happened to you out
that
there?
happened to me.
There?
And in San Francisco, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, exact same scenario.
Oh shoot.
And I'm a man and I was scared.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I was like maybe 22. So I was very young.
Oh shoot.
And I didn't really experience a lot of like downtown traveling and stuff like that. So
it's
I'm right there with you.
So
I don't
valid.
like it.
Well,
It's completely
honestly,
valid.
I've gotten very spoiled being married to someone who loves maps, like just looks at maps. So
I don't get it. I don't
any
get
trip
maps.
we go on, he knows where to go. So I told him this was jokingly. I was like, this is your fault, because he doesn't give me a chance or I don't get put in the position to figure it out on your own. I just have I'm married to Google Maps. He knows where everything is at. So anytime we travel, he's like, oh, just to left here. Blah, blah. And I'm like,
how do you know this? Or you go somewhere for the first time and they already just know.
No, he knows everything.
Yeah,
so
I know.
He was stay on the phone with me, and I'm taking pictures of all where I'm at, where I'm lost.
Wow.
And I was paranoid because I was driving a rental car, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if someone breaks into it? I just hear that of San Francisco is oh, my car got broken into. I think you told me that happened to you, right?
That did not happen to me, but
it happened to someone that
very common there. Or you'll just. People will break in, homeless people will break in just to sleep in it.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
And you know what people actually do? It's either New York or San Francisco. A lot of people who have to street park will just leave their door unlocked because they'd rather a homeless person just open the door and sleep in there than them break the window and sleep in there. Isn't that crazy?
And my car got broken into kind of recently, so I've just
twice, right? Or once?
Well,
at the gym.
Well, at the gym. That happened once.
But other people got okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So at this point, my brain was fried. I was like, I am so stressed. Whatever. So then again, I finally make it out of the parking garage, and Zach is tracking my location. He's literally make a right on this street. I'm like, okay. I'm walking around. It just felt, it was it actually wasn't that scary. Once I was out walking around, I was like, oh, I think
you're
fine.
more stressed out.
I was just very stressed. But it was fine. I got to my hotel, literally was just knocked out. Well, I stayed up actually till 1 a.m. watching this show, but
after all that, it was a nice escape, I'm sure. And bless Zach, because what would you have done?
Yeah.
That was really nice. I mean, of course he's gonna do that for you, but
I know.
Yeah.
And it was worth it the next morning. I just wanted to wake up and walk in the city. So I walked to MoMA, and I was in I was walking around the museum for hours. It felt really good. And then I had my last shoot. And this is the funny part too. I finished my shoot. We shoot at this really cool library civic center, but the architect of it is really, it's very Wes Anderson. So I'm yeah, that was cool. And we're okay, let's finish up at the Golden Gate. And then literally after that, I was I'm pressed for time. I have to drop off my rental and make it to my flight. And this time I was flying into John Wayne. So I was oh my gosh, easy flight. I'm in 10 minutes from home. I'm going to Uber home because I didn't want to make Zach get me, and he had to stay home with the kids. So I drive to the Golden Gate, and I'm looking at the time. I was ooh, we have to go. I have to finish these photos, and I got to go.
Yeah.
So I finish. I get in my car, and this time I took the Golden Gate, so I didn't have to be stuck for 2 hours.
That's hilarious. I did not know that's what happened.
Oh, yeah. And so literally I'm on the Golden Gate. I'm wow, look at the vibes. Everything's great. And then I get a notification from my Alaska, the Alaska app, and it says your flight has been canceled. And I was huh?
Not even delayed?
No, just straight up. You're not coming home, bitch. I was okay. So then I call Zach, and it's I was so stressed that I didn't even react. I was have you ever hit that point?
Defeated.
I'm just again, I accepted defeat. I'm
just
okay, I'm
numb.
gonna go drop off this car and stay the night at the airport, I guess. And so Zach's let me call them for you, and he's in the middle of putting the kids, or I think he was doing dinner with them or something. And I was I can't be on my phone and drive, can you call them? And he's yeah. So he calls the airlines, and they're oh yeah, they're gonna put you on another flight but you'll fly into LAX. And I was now I have to take an Uber. How much is that gonna cost from LAX? Blah blah. Oh my God. So then I get there, and I'm at least I'm on a flight, and I was supposed to come in at 10:30, and it was way later than before. And I was you know what? It's fine. I'll go in, I'll get in at 10:30, get home by, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm okay, if I land at 10:30, I'll be home by 11:30 at the latest. And then I'll get 7 hours of sleep. I'm calculating everything. And I'm at the gate for literally ever. And my flight gets delayed 4 times. And it felt like a movie because there was no one else on our side of the airport except for one other flight to Burbank, and their flight also kept getting delayed. I heard everyone's conversations because they were so pissed about it, and I was please God, not me. And I was take them, not me. But and then they just do the intercom, they're oh, the flight blah 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 to Burbank has been canceled. And then everyone's throwing hands, and I almost got put on that flight because it technically would have gotten here earlier, but I was Burbank's way too far from Costa Mesa. I'll just do LAX, whatever. And all these people were like, where am I supposed to stay? And then like this like little old Mexican lady is like on the phone. Like she was old, like Mama Coco old, okay? And she's like talking to someone on the phone and she's like saying in Spanish, like, I'm going to get home late. And then she's like, pues ni modo, which like ni modo means like, who cares, like whatever. And that's Zach's favorite saying. So it's like actually really funny that I heard her saying ni modo because Zach says it all the time. So anyways, I'm like trying not to cry again. And I'm like, please, like I just have to make it through. And it's like an hour before boarding for my flight. And I'm like, I just have to make it through an hour. And then it gets delayed again. And I'm just like internally freaking out until I literally get on the plane. And I'm like, they can't delay it once I'm on here, right? Like I'm just like, and then we took off and then I just felt this like relief. And then I landed at 1 a.m. or 1:30. I have to take the kids to school, by the way. So I have to be up at 6 or 6:30.
Did you Uber home?
I Ubered home. This was the worst Uber of my life.
I saw the story, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Because my Uber driver, bless his heart, he's from Anaheim. So that's why he took my ride because he's like, oh, I have to drive to Orange County to like feed my cats. And I was like, okay. And he's like, he's literally so chatty at 1 in the morning. I'm like, why are we talking right now? And he's like, yeah, I'm an aspiring like DJ. And I was like, cool, what music? I was probably like feeding into like the conversation. I was like, cool, what music? He's like, dubstep. And I was like, kill me.
No offense.
And he was like, you want to hear my mixtape? And he literally starts playing dubstep.
It's just
and I'm
the
like,
worst
literally
time.
want to open my car door and just like roll.
I could just see it's like
she didn't make it
what
home.
kind of music? He's like, oh, it's dubstep. Oh, that sounds really cool. You want to hear it?
And like after everything you just went through, you're just like, this is not.
Kill me now. And then he didn't even like pull into my actual house. He like passed my house in the middle of the street.
And you're
He's
just like, this
oh,
is fine.
Is this good? I'm like, this is fine. Get me out of here.
Nuh-uh.
It was so bad.
That's funny.
It was that whole day. I was not okay.
Yeah.
I fell asleep 4 times. I was so like just mentally exhausted from all the stress. I was like, ugh. Anyways,
I wish I could have picked you up. I had Hunter that night. I swear I would have.
I know you would have.
Yeah,
You're such a good
I'm
friend.
a night bird, so I'm not usually up. That's the latest I'll go to bed. It's like 1 o'clock. Don't tell anyone.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Midnight usually, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh, it was
wow,
crazy.
that's traumatic. That's a very traumatic
it's
experience.
funny now.
And she was telling me, and I think you posted on your stories, like something always happens when you fly. But it seemed like you were optimistic. You're like, but it's fine. Like, and then you text me something, and I was like, did it? You're like, it happened. I was like, what was the thing? And you're like, no, it was something else. And I was okay. But it was the thing that happened was at the very tail end of your entire adventure. So.
I did have a gut feeling something was going to happen.
Yeah.
And if that's the worst that it was, I'll take it. Like better than like getting in a car accident or like something. It's just like the stress from people's photos. I don't know if you feel, I mean, you do photos and video, like it just really takes a toll on me, which is one of the biggest reasons I quit weddings. I was like, I can't handle this anymore. So it was like kind of crazy that like the same feelings of stress happened like that. And I think it's because I was like flying in and it was like a big thing. Like, because I was like, if I mess this up or if something happens to my film, like I can't just like be like, let's reschedule. And like, you know, it was going to take a lot of like time and money and effort to like redo. Anyways, it's fine. And I honestly haven't had like a super bad experience with photos for like this fear to even happen. I think it's just the pressure of having people's photos. It's just like a lot.
Well, especially that they're film and going through airports and x-rays and stuff. It sketches us out too.
Oh, for sure. I was like, TSA, like I was telling TSA, like, please manually inspect it. Don't do anything
especially
to it.
Going international, because I'll tell them to hand check and then they don't even know what I'm saying. They're like, what do you mean hand check? Like they don't even understand like the concept of checking the film. So then I'm like, whatever, just put it in the x-ray.
Oh my gosh,
but
that's
nothing's
so
ever
scary.
happened.
Yeah,
so I'm lucky.
They say if it's high, if it's higher than 800, then that's when right.
All I know is that if you put it in the checked-in luggage, that gets the crazy x-ray. But you don't put your film in there. But if it's a carry-on, you can put your film in that one, and if it gets scanned by x-ray, it's fine.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually good to know, because sometimes I'm like, is it better to just do it on the carry-on? But probably
if it's going with you on the plane, that x-ray's safer for film, but not Super 8. Super 8 will get destroyed no matter what.
Really?
Always has to do hand check.
Wait, that's actually so good to know, because I'm going to Mexico City on Tuesday, and I don't know if Michelle wanted to bring Super 8.
Is she going with you?
Mm-hmm.
Just be very careful. Have them don't X-ray it
Okay.
because it will get messed up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Good to know.
now you guys know.
For you.
All the film queens out there.
Even on post office, when I send my Super 8 into Burbank,
yeah.
I write on there, do not X-ray.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Film is so...
That's interesting. Yeah.
Ugh, why do I do it? It's so stressful.
Precious
But
cargo.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's
I love
scary.
it. Anyways, so pray for me because I'm flying out on Tuesday and I'm in charge of 2 human beings on this trip. It's the first time I'm going without...
Oh, Zach's not going.
Zach's not going. Kids aren't going.
But Michelle's going.
Michelle and Libby are going.
Oh, crazy. Okay, cool.
Which will be really fun because it's like it's gonna be the first time I get to go with like the girls. So like they're not gonna get annoyed if I'm like, I want to take an outfit picture or like I want to change my outfit 5 times a day. It's gonna be really fun. But I'm just after that flight drama, I'm like, oh shoot, if something happens,
I feel like nothing will happen.
please. Please.
It's my blessing to you.
Please.
Justine
We
said.
have a prayer candlelight
Yeah.
and everything.
Speaking of, do you want to talk about the market?
Yeah.
Your first market ever?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
It was honestly, it was crazy. I feel like I
Yeah.
was obviously overwhelmed in a great way. I had so many people say the sweetest things that were kind of hard for me to even accept. I don't know why. People were just very like, just said the right things, like things I needed to hear.
like validating like all your hard work and
Yeah.
energy and stuff put into it.
And to be honest, it wasn't, I'm going to be so real. It wasn't like hard work. Like, and I think it's because I'm someone who's very like well connected. So like I had all the right people, all the right resources.
like gathering all the people was not
It was
challenge.
not, no. And like even communicating, like, I mean, you got a bazillion emails from me, like just being the person to be like, okay, like here are the details, blah, blah, blah. It was just, I feel like just like the anticipation is what made it feel like a lot. Like I feel like when I say like, oh, I was anxious, it's not always like bad anxiety. Like I get really, anxious when I'm excited about something, when I'm looking forward to something.
Okay.
So like that night I didn't sleep at all. I maybe slept for an hour, but the whole time I was just thinking and like picturing like it's going to look like this or like what if this person comes or blah, blah, blah. And thinking about like how are people going to like feel at this? Like I just want everyone to have fun. I want someone like everyone to find something. So it was more of like the mental toll again. Speaking of, that's like the theme of this episode. My mental toll.
Yeah.
I just care a lot. But it was really cool and it started at 10, but it got busy at like 9:30 on the dot. There was like a line wrapped around and it did not stop for 2 hours, I think.
It was so busy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like bumping into you and being like, are you dehydrated?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. I was like, are your lips
chopped?
chapped? You're like, yes.
And then we went to go pee together and we were like, we haven't peed all morning. Like, yeah, it was crazy, but it was really cool. And I just loved to see like all the moms, like all the kids running around, seeing my kids running around with like cake and stuff. And like my cake vendor who was thrown in last minute, Gigi, she sold out of cakes like the first hour.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, I didn't even get to have a piece.
That's why I like,
but
I went over there. I'm like, where's the cake? But it was so quick. I was just like
so
passing
quick.
by.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm like, I don't see.
Yeah. And like hearing from like some of the vendors are like, this was the best market. Like Steph and Kuhn who do old youth, they were like, this is the best we've ever done. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like, because more than anything, I wanted like the vendors to feel like it was worth their time. I had 2 vendors who came from LA and I was like, I just want it to be worth your time. Like, you know, and so anyways, it was a really cool, I wish I had it in me and I wish everyone else had it in them to like do it even once a month, but that's just way too
I
much.
wish. Yeah, that would be so cool, actually.
It'd be crazy.
Even every quarter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had so much fun. It was very busy.
Yeah.
It finally died down at 2 p.m., but like my booth was non-stop. Like I couldn't even walk away because I kept... Sorry, there goes my voice again. So ugly. I'm the old hag. I wanted to like walk away and shop other booths. That's kind of how a lot of markets are. And every time I like get like one booth down, I turn around like there's like 5 people in my booth. Okay,
I know.
Like kind of run. It was a good problem.
I actually felt really bad that the vendors couldn't shop from each other because normally there's like, at least from what I've seen, like there's downtime where you can like go
Right.
scope out the other. Like you wanted to get
Yeah.
tooth gems and we ran out of time.
Yeah, there was no time.
And
for
even
that.
the baristas at Daydream, they're like, I'm gonna go get a tooth gem
they
on my
couldn't.
break, and they couldn't
Oh,
because the
'cause it was
kitchen
so
was
busy.
slammed.
It
Yeah,
was. I
just
saw
like,
the line went all the way from
crazy.
inside into my booth. I'm like, get out of my booth. There's like people blocking because they were like in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really busy. I feel like I don't know like how this would work, but it'd be super cool in my head at least to, like, for someone that runs a market to kind of, instead of doing an hour setup, you do like an hour and a half. So let's say the market starts at 10, you really start setting up at 8:30, and then there's a 30-minute window for vendors to shop each other's booths.
cute, like first picks.
Yeah, like you don't have
that's a
to,
good
but
idea.
like we encourage, like if you
Yeah.
want, like the market hasn't started yet and you're set up, like I think that would be such a good idea, because I hear a lot of vendors like kind of vent about that, like, or I've seen like stuff on Reels and like
Yeah.
just them kind of joking about like, yeah, how you can't even shop, or people that spend all the money they make at markets on other vendors is like another ongoing thing too. But yeah, I wanted to shop all the babies. I wanted to get something for Hunter. I don't even know if they have his size.
Yeah,
They have bigger size.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I wasn't able to check that out, or like I didn't really get to shop. Yeah, just like booths I wanted to check out. I wanted my tooth gem, like,
Yeah.
you know, so it's all good. It's just part of it.
Next market.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you plan on doing more?
I think so. And
Yeah?
it doesn't have, I mean, I feel like part of the reason why I did so well was because it's like, it was close to Mother's Day.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we were to do it again,
No, I think it would
like,
pop off no
I
matter
feel like
what.
even end of summer or something, like it would be,
yeah.
it'd be easy to do. So, and having like the same vendors, like I kept hearing from like people, not all moms, but even random people, like so many of my guy friends went. I don't know if you saw like
Yeah,
the guys who were hanging out like at my photo booth, they were being so cute. They're like, we're your bodyguards, because like anytime I tried to do something I would get stopped, which is so great. I would like, and then get lost in conversation, because like I hate being like, I'm so sorry, I have to run off. Like I'm like, no, I want to ask this person more questions, and then I get stuck in like a 20-minute conversation. So my two guy friends, Jalen and Nathan, they were like, we're your bodyguards, we're gonna make sure no one talks to you, because I was like trying to order them food and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it was really cool. Dream team with vendors, like everyone.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
something for
awesome.
everyone there. Like I
There
loved
was.
seeing the diversity. I had a few of my friends who are Latino, like message. They like got the chilaquiles that like I got to not create, but like pitch to the kitchen, and we got to like bring it
The
to
French toast, it was so good.
dream
I have
about
not
that.
stopped thinking about
I
that
know,
French toast.
I know. I'm like,
it was a churro French toast,
true,
right?
yeah, French toast. Yeah,
it was so yummy.
it was
It
good.
was so good.
So, and-
Do you think in the future for like, because this event was, it was not your mother's market, it was like for everybody though, but like the vendors were like a lot of women and moms. Do you think you would open it to like male vendors too, like for future markets, or do you like the fact that it's like woman based? Or
it depends. It would
Yeah.
have to be a really cool guy that I can tolerate. I'm just kidding.
oh my god,
I guess I could. Yeah, I would be open to it. Depends.
yeah,
But
like I think it'd be cool to have like rewear there, like Jordan,
Oh,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
the men that do show up, they have at least one booth to shop at.
that's true.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Damn, like when's Father's Day? But that's
true.
next
That's in
month.
June. That's literally like
Never
no.
mind.
No.
I'm fully booked. No, that'd be cool. It did. Yeah, I think I would.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm not like
Father's Day is June 16th.
Oh shoot.
June 16th.
That's way too quick. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Next time. I think it would be. I love Jordan. He's like one of my good friends, so I
Yeah.
think I would for sure have him.
Yeah,
But
it'd be awesome.
yeah,
if he wants to.
yeah, and it's like important for me too to like have like, not just diversity in gender, but in like race and ethnicities and bodies, like literally everything. Like our Steph and Kuhn, they're Vietnamese and Mexican.
I love them.
I know they're literally the best people. Like I love them so much. Kier, who did tattoos, is black. Like the girl who did my tooth gems, like she's Mexican. Like it, like those things matter. So it's like if I bring guy, I almost said gays. Gays too. I love the guys. I was gonna say males and guys, and then gays was gonna come out.
Gay man is gays.
I
my
love the
gosh.
gays. I mean, I would open it to them too, but I would like something that would be important for me is for there to be like diversity in that way too, because
Right.
I love where we live, but most of the creative scene are white people, and that's fine. I think that's just the area that we live in, which is funny because Costa Mesa is so diverse at the same time. It's just like the people in diversity, like they're not either included in the creative scene or I don't know. So for me, I'm really passionate, which is why I brought vendors like from LA too. But
Yeah. There was a good mix of people there for sure. Yeah. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just a good event. And we also, I'm like, you
guys should be watching this on YouTube because we're pointing at our prayer candle.
Yeah. So we have like a new collab that debuted first at the market. It's the Dia Santo candle. Can you say it with your accent, please?
Dia Santo.
Thank you. And it just literally smells like an old woody spicy church. If you like Santal, the Santal perfume, is it Santal 99?
Yes,
I should know that.
Yeah.
In the world of fragrance, I'm like, I should know that. But it's very similar. So if you like Santal 99, like you'll love this candle. So it has Santal spice in it, which is kind of just a sandalwood spice, and it has like Palo Santo. And I feel so dumb for having to check.
You're good.
What's the other note?
Cedarwood.
Cedarwood.
Oh, cedarwood.
Yeah, and it just. I'm not just saying this because it's like this is such a good candle.
It's so good.
I'm in love with it. This is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm a woody gal, so anything woody that comes out is going to be like my dream.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're more of an earthy woody type person, this'll go live on the website next week, which would be this week when the podcast airs. So this week.
True. Wednesday, right?
I think
Crossing
so.
your fingers.
Either Wednesday or Friday,
Yeah.
which I usually have things like set in stone, but this time around, it just like I had to recover from the pop-up. I had a crazy week. I don't usually postpone like launches and stuff, but yeah, it was supposed to come out tomorrow on the website, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that, and then we revamped can you please say it with your accent?
Dance, monkey dance.
Café de olla.
Oh, café de olla. Mm-hmm.
Café de olla.
Those two smells together.
It
smells. That was
their
weird.
scents.
The two scents together. Oh my gosh,
so
my
good.
house just smells so. These are good.
Yeah,
these,
they're great
our
candles.
brains together really did it twice.
And sometimes I kind of like burn out, so to speak, on like coming up with ideas or concepts. So my favorite candles have been concepts. So not just like, I love other blends too. Like I could have like a, I don't know, what did I just release? Oh my God, how embarrassing. Sugar Magnolia candle, and like that's cool or whatever. It just kind of says it's like a sweet floral blend, but I love like the concept of like Café de Olla, or like it's a tradition, or like something that you grew up with, or it's like a piece of your culture. And with the Dia Santo, which translates to Holy Day, it's like I just love that it's a concept, and then we've translated it into a scent. That's so cool, because that's what scent is. It brings us to people and places and like specific moments in time, and like so I feel like the candles have such a special element to them. And they're two of my favorite candles ever. I'm not just saying that either. And it's cool because they're each like they're different vibes, so I feel like you can light, it just depends. I feel like Café de Olla is good for like early mornings and like gloomy days.
Exactly, yeah.
And this can actually go anytime. I feel like it's really nice at night, right? It's like cozy at night, but then on a sunny day, I feel like that pairs well with the sunshine. So yeah, they're fun candles. I'm really excited and passionate for them. And like, so just new jar, like for the Café de Olla, it used to be in a clear jar with like a whatever label. And now the labels have like a metallic finish to them, and the fonts.
They're really cute. They're really cute.
Like the Café de Olla is like a red metallic font. They're just really pretty. They're in like cursive. So,
and like the idea, aside from like the experience or like the cultural ties behind both candles, like the word I said to you was ritual. I was like, I want both candles to be a ritual, which they are every morning. I light these up first thing because I love like lighting them up, going and dropping off the kids, coming home and having like the house already smell like Café de Olla, like piloncillo and cinnamon and santal. So yeah, for me, it's like these candles have been a ritual growing up, like as far as like the experiences. So now I get to bring those scents and like the memories of the experiences. Like I think of like a Sunday morning, like getting ready for church with this, like, minus my family yelling at each other.
Non-toxic.
Yeah.
In many forms.
In many
yes.
No, but these are really good. I'm happy we did this. We had been talking about this forever, and it was really cool just to like have my little shrine like in real life, like at the market. And
it was cute. Yeah, she had
really
her
cool.
like Jesus statue and like this like pillar and like red flowers, and it was just such a cute vibe. And
it was really cool,
and people were really excited for it. So yeah, it'll be live on the website like sometime this week. Just go on my Instagram and you'll see whatever the post says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. So
I know, me too.
Yeah. Ongoing collabs. We'll do a third one next year.
I know. I'm like, dang, the third one
Like,
has to be
what's
just as good. Like we
next?
got lucky with both.
I know.
Ooh,
They're like
they're
perfect.
really good.
Yeah.
Maybe while I'm in Mexico City, like
You'll get inspired.
I'm gonna think of smell. But the thing of like when I'm in Mexico is like the smells that get me are like food smells, and I
was thinking
think,
like mango and papaya and
cute.
like something fun
thinking
like that.
birria, carne asada.
Disgusting. Imagine. Like this is not it.
The oil that's like behind the
grease.
Mexican restaurant that
Oh
they throw
my
away.
gosh.
No, I'll pay attention. I'll have like my nose
Yeah.
on and pay attention to all like the fruit smells.
I would love to do. I had a candle called Mexico.
I remember.
That was
was
was like mango and papaya, like
Yeah.
all the fruits of Mexico that are ripe in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I had that last year, I think in the year before. But yeah, I would like that would be such a fun one, like some kind of like Mexico themed, or inspired. Yeah.
Ooh, Hispanic Heritage Month is September, so maybe that could be.
Ooh,
our next
we could maybe
one.
do it then and then there's like a trio.
Yeah.
The Valerie.
Then we'll
Metz
do a big
trio.
event.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
My gears are grind. What's it called? Gears are
They're grinding. No,
is that what
that's when you're mad about.
my gears are
something.
turning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your gears are turning. Yes.
I'm like just
Hey,
going
Google
like
search
this.
it. Here, the visual.
Grinding is anger.
Yeah.
Turning
Like that.
is-
That
Okay.
grinds my gears. That's like.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
When someone does something that's
Yeah.
annoying, like chewing. She memos me while she's chewing.
I did that once. And
No,
really?
you've done that for years.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
We're too close.
It's kind of like that. So it's called it's not phobia. I think you heard me say phobia. It's not necessarily a phobia. It's called Can you Google something? It's like misophonia. That's misophonia. But can you look up the definition? I love that he's here. It's so good.
A disorder which certain sounds trigger emotional or physiological responses that some might perceive as unreasonable given the circumstance.
What's the story behind it? Do you know?
It's just people have it. Like a lot of people hate the sound of chewing. It's very common. Or like swallowing.
Reactions can range from anger and annoyance to panic and the need to flee.
The need to flee. Well, it's fine. Like there's two people that can do it. That it's kind of cute, and one is Hunter, and the other is kind of you.
Kind of.
But it's like kind of you. Like that's how much. It's like you know how you have the unconditional love for your children. Like he
Yes.
could chew with his, and I'm like, oh. Anyone else? I'm like, I want to punch right now. Like I want to punch, and yeah, it's misophonia.
I get that way when Zach chews because he's allowed to chew. I just stare at him and he knows.
Yeah,
I get the ick.
Yeah,
But I don't think I have that.
or there's like a lot of TikToker or whatever they're called, TikTokers. Is that like an old
TikToker,
person
yeah.
thing to say?
No.
I don't know. Influencers that like I feel like a thing on there, which is fine. Like it's just me. I have the issue, but they're like telling. It seems like a trend almost, or like it's like a vibe to like be telling a story while you're eating chips or like doing something. It's like a casual like, hey, what's up? I'm like, are you
Yeah.
force quit?
Yeah.
Is that the same like when somebody like rubs their hands on a balloon?
Oh, see, that doesn't
I don't
bother
like
me.
that.
That
I
sound
don't like
dry.
that.
It makes my jaw
Really?
like lock up.
Whoa.
And with like styrofoam like rubbing
Yes.
against each other.
Yes.
Both of those are in the same category of like it makes my jaw
It
like
grinds my
just like
gears.
lock up.
Wait,
and
you should
it
look.
drives
You
me
should
insane.
Google that too. Maybe that's part of misophonia because it didn't say it was specific to eating. Like maybe is balloon rubbing, is that in that category of? Because that does not bother me.
The balloon rubbing, I don't like
No.
it.
I didn't even know that bothered
Rio
people.
did something. Oh my gosh, I was about to throw her little body. She, because she's gross, she just like grabbed her nail and just like scraped it on my license plate.
Okay. Yeah, that's
because
kinda
it was
gross.
dirty, and I
have the
literally went
chills.
like this. Yes, I like had a little spasm, and I was like, Rio, don't do that. And she's like, why? Because everything's
course.
why right now. She just
Yeah.
says me why. And I was like, it hurts my ears. And she's like, but it wasn't loud.
Oh my
I was like-
gosh. What's the answer?
There's a Reddit post from 11 years ago where somebody
Oh.
just said, "Does the sound of a balloon being rubbed bother the shit out of anyone else?" And there's a lot of people that are like, "I hate it. It's the worst thing ever." But it's under the misophonia
Category,
subreddit.
like it can fall under that.
Yeah. So I think it is a thing.
Okay.
Huh.
So yeah, that's like chewing
Oh,
to
it
me.
bothers me
Yeah,
so much.
same.
Wow,
Same.
that's so interesting. That does
Yeah.
not. You could do that all day in front of me, and I just
Watch,
be like,
somebody's going to do it. The next time somebody does it, you'll notice it and you'll think about it more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gross. It's
What?
oh, I don't like it.
That's so bizarre. I had a friend growing up, Amanda, and it wasn't. I'd have to ask her. It wasn't that so much. It was just like the fear of it popping any moment. Like if you're
Oh,
touching a
yeah.
balloon,
Yeah.
used to scare her. So
It's so weird. We're weird.
we're just
like certain
We're all
things-
very traumatized.
I know. It's so sad.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Where were we when you were like, "Are you over at the gym?" And she goes, and I was like, really just. We're both on our period.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
And yeah, I rolled out of bed. I was looking so fucking haggard, but I made it to the gym and you're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, started crying, I think, right?
Yeah,
It was at the
probably,
end of
yeah.
working out. I was like, "It's fine though." You're like, "That's so real." I was like, "I know. It's fine." It was like tears are streaming down my face.
It's literally it's fine. I have to tell myself it's fine
Yeah, it's fine.
because you know.
Yeah. Ew, we're just like a bunch of like cells and
Yeah.
like with the conscious, and it's really hard.
We're weird.
I want to cry right now. I literally want to cry.
It's getting too deep.
It's too deep.
I made the mistake, since it's period week and we're talking about that, of trying on a bunch of clothes today because I went to sell clothes at at Crossroads. Mm-hmm. And I have never felt so ugly
It's
in my
not
life.
a good time.
I was like,
It's
why
not a
am
good
I
time to
trying
do
this
it.
on?
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. I cried in the dressing room. And
Oh,
I'm like,
honey. I know. Yeah, those crises or where your like room turns into like a tornado of clothing and you just like want to die. I know.
it's crazy.
I know. Do you go through like as a man? I know you don't bloat up and bleed from your dick hole, but like, do you have crises like where you're going somewhere and you're trying clothes on and you just feel ugly and everything? Is this like an untold thing?
You can be honest.
Well, I'll usually put on an outfit and then Cassie will just say no.
It's her job.
I don't really have that issue, but
Okay.
I will say, I actually no. You know what? I didn't have that. I just wore the clothes anyway because I have photos of some of the most horrendous outfits ever assembled.
Oh.
But also back then, we didn't have like social media to kind of use as like a what's everybody wearing right now
Right.
type
Yeah.
of thing. Because back then it was just I'm just wearing what I have because I don't have a lot of money
Yeah.
and my mom is just giving me things and I can't
Right.
choose.
Yeah,
Right.
you
That's
just
so
it's
true.
just and I
Oh,
wish it was
I
that
miss
simple.
those
I just want to put cloth
days.
on and not be
miss those
naked, and it's
days.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does the job.
I have some bad outfits growing up.
Do you?
They've gotten better, but it's because of Cassie.
Yeah, women will do that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
true.
her job.
It's true. The glow up.
The glow.
The
yeah.
guys get the glow ups and the girls, we just deal with this forever.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Well, that must be nice for you. Love that.
Yeah. I mean, I still have body dysmorphia though, so
Oh,
it's
do
like
you?
it's
Wait, do you
it's in other
really?
ways. Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard a guy say that he has body dysmorphia.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. We have that too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do, but
Join
not
the
to
club.
say, yeah. No, it's so bad. Like she told me what she thinks she looks like,
Oh.
and I showed her what I think. Don't talk about that. It's rude.
So I'm gonna.
She thinks basically, essentially, that she looks like an ice cream cone. We'll just put it that way.
Okay, this is something I find so interesting about this phenomenon is that people will just think of the craziest comparisons to themselves. Like an ice
Yeah.
cream cone is crazy.
That's crazy, right? Yeah, she does
Like-
not.
It
Like-
used to be a Pop-Tart last year, but now I feel like I look like an
See,
ice
like
cream
these
cone.
things are not normal things to say.
Like just different food shapes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like one time I looked at myself, I said, why do I look like a triangle? Like what is that?
Dorito.
Why do we think that? Like how does that comparison come about?
That is funny. I never feel like a food item. I feel more like I have a tiny head, but with like a lot of chins, and then like my body, I don't even understand where to begin explaining. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like one day I think it looks skinny, and then the next day I think it looks really weird and unproportioned, and other days I don't care because I just want to get through the
Right.
day.
Why are we like this?
I don't know.
What
I just wanted to
leads-
stop.
If there's a professional listening to this, what leads to body dysmorphia? I'm curious because I've had the theory. My other friend has it, and she had a very critical mom growing up. I had a critical mom. You had a critical mom. Don't know about your parents, but I feel like it has. At least I was like, that's a common denominator so far. Is like having someone constantly critique.
That would
like
make
you need to be a
sense. Where
certain
your
way.
parent was someone critical.
No, but my
No.
mom locked the food cabinet so that way we wouldn't eat food.
Oh shit!
Oh my!
Did you just want to?
Why?
That was that was because we called her Cheapo the Clown. Because she was cheap.
Cheapo the clown.
And because my brother kept eating snacks because he would
Dang.
smoke
Oh,
a lot.
No.
I
So then
mean,
he would always eat.
I
And
kind
so
of get
my
it.
mom installed these weren't there before. She installed like built-in keyhole locks on the cabinets.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's kind of gnarly, but also like
you had it coming. We're calling your
Yeah.
mother Cheapo the Clown.
Cheapo the clown.
And then when she get mad, we call her Frown Clown.
That's funny. That's really funny. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's
Oh
so
my gosh,
creative.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
It was kind of a fun household growing up, but also very traumatizing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my
Oh, that's funny.
gosh.
Yeah, me and my brother used to do this thing that would just piss my mom off, where she would have like her customer service voice on for like strangers, but she's just so difficult otherwise, or like moody, and so like when she would be like, yeah, like da da da, talking to someone, and like me and my brother would be standing there, and we would start like slicing her, like calling her two-faced, and we'd start like slicing her face, and she'd be
I'm
like,
dead.
yeah,
I'm
I forgot
dead.
about that. Yeah.
Oh my
Just be like-
gosh. Oh my gosh.
I just like weird.
Kids are ruthless.
Right? Yeah.
You guys are braver than me though. I could not say anything. I'd get freaking smacked across the
Well,
face.
we only felt safe to do so because the person was there, like that she's trying to like perform for, like, and like be, you know, her peppy
Yeah.
self, and we're like, you're not gonna do shit right
Yeah.
now, you know. And so we would like do that. Oh man,
That
that's
is
funny.
so funny.
But yeah, critical parents. So, and also my mom was very critical of herself, and I would listen
Yeah.
to the way she would like nitpick herself and her body, and I would hear a lot of language like I'm fat, or I feel fat, or I look fat, or do I look fat? And so I think that kind of just programs into your head. And my brother used to tease me a lot and call me fat, not because I was fat, because I really wasn't. I had thick thighs, but because he knew it hurt me, and like not to get deep and like whatever. So I mean, come on, when you're a kid and like your safe like space should be home, where like you go hide from the cruel world, and
Right.
like the people there are just telling you your body, or like my mom's critiquing her own body,
Yeah.
and my brother's calling me fat. Of
Oh
course
my
you're gonna
gosh.
like, and that's gonna stay somewhere deep stuck
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Like not
Yeah.
also not realizing, like, because I was like, I'm not fat, but my brother's calling me fat, or like this is so mean. I talked about this in therapy. Him and his friend, I think I've told you this, were in his friend's truck when they were like old enough to drive, obviously. And his friend installed like a horn where you could like change the sounds on it. And there was a cow sound. And they followed me home doing the cow moo. It was like, moo. And I was like, oh my God, I guess I'm fucking fat. Sorry, I've been cussing a lot in this episode. But like, so that's confusing because I'm like, I don't think I'm fat, but you're telling me I'm fat. So I think I grew up and I don't know what I am, you know, no matter what. So, oh my gosh. Jesus.
We're unhinged in this
very.
episode. No, that's crazy. That's actually so crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, makes sense. Everything makes sense.
Also, the culture when I was a teenager, and also as you were growing up too, there was like all in those like teen magazines and stuff. Like before, like it was kind of the internet, but not really. That it was trendy to be skinny.
It was
and
like the cocaine skinny.
Yes, hip bones popping out and everything, and all
Scene kids were running that shit back
dude
then.
for sure. And then also like any celebrities were like like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen and like I don't know, just even like pop stars and stuff like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like they're wearing these like low rise with their hip bones popping. Like that was what you want. That was like everyone wanted to look like that. And I remember them like fat shaming people in the tabloids and like so I think that's also probably plays another factor into body dysmorphia. Like I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out why we have body dysmorphia in here. So
it's crazy. I wonder if like other cultures and countries like experience that as much as like we do, because like I follow this account of this guy who like goes around like Europe, like different countries in Europe, mostly Italy, and he takes, I'll show you, actually I feel like you'd like this account. He just takes random videos of strangers doing cute things. So he'll do like
and then he'll show it and be like, look at this picture I took of you. Right?
Oh,
they're
no,
like candid.
He's like, I've never seen his face. He doesn't like talk to him. It's just it's literally like videos. Like he just takes like close-up videos of like two strangers like kissing on a beach, and it's all ages. It's like older couples, younger couples. It's really cool. And because he's in Europe, a lot of like the older couples that he puts on his account are like, it's like they have normal bodies. Yeah. And they look so happy and confident. And I'm just like, I wonder if that's just like an American thing where we like rest, like it's very normal. Like so many people I know struggle with body dysmorphia or just like, you know, I'm like, that's great. Like it's
not unheard of for sure.
It can't be like this everywhere else. And if it is, it's very exhausting to be human. But so I'll have to show you the account and I look at pictures of like, this is kind of random, but a lot of like, I look at photos of Italian like women on the beach and they're all like older ladies and like one pieces, two pieces, like big or small, like so diverse in bodies and like no one cares. Right. And I'm just like, I love that.
Yeah,
like
that is so awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's hard.
I'll be a lot better next week though. I know like this week I've like literally I've had zero desire to wear clothes or to like look cute. And I'm like, it's fine. I'm going to be in Mexico a week from now, and I'm going to look so cute with my little summer outfits. So.
Yeah, it'll be good. We just need this week to pass.
Yeah. Well.
Happy Mother's Day to both you guys.
Thank you.
And happy Mexican Mother's Day tomorrow.
Thank you. Oh, true,
Is it
true.
tomorrow?
Yeah, right? Friday?
Yeah, Friday, May 10th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. That's
so
nice.
Much. That's so nice. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. This will air post Mother's Day, but
yeah, one day after. That's okay.
After.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mom listeners here. And it is kind of cheesy. There's always this like post that goes around every year, but I honestly love it. And it's usually like an animation, and it says like, you like it too, and it's so sweet. Like
it's like acknowledging.
Like for those who have like trauma with their moms or with estranged mothers who have passed away. If you're a mother yourself, if you're struggling in motherhood, if you've lost a child.
If you're struggling to be a mom.
Yeah. I love that post that goes around every year.
It's I texted a friend today. I've been thinking a lot of her. I texted her today and I was, because she's doing her IVF like retrieval this week.
Okay.
So I just told her I was like thinking of her and like praying for her.
Aw.
And then I said, especially with Mother's Day this weekend, like I can't imagine like how you're feeling. And it was just like a really cool, like a quick conversation to have. But I was just like, gosh, I can't imagine like how heavy Mother's Day can be for people sometimes.
Yeah.
I know for a time, I think 2 years ago when we recorded, did I say that right?
Recorded.
When we recorded. I felt like I was saying when we recorded. When we recorded.
No, it does kind of sound like that. Yeah.
Our Mother's Day episode, I
Uh-huh.
think 2 years ago, where we read letters that people wrote to their moms.
That's right. Wow.
That time I was in a really bad place because that was when I was like dealing with depression and I was just in a bad place with my mom. And so, yeah, it can look heavy for people.
Right.
And especially when you're a mom and you have a complicated relationship with your own mom. It's just, there's
it's
a lot of
hard.
emotion. So like we're acknowledging and thinking of all you guys too.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned for hopefully more events. Stay tuned for our candle collab going live. Café de Olla getting restocked. All the good things. I wish you guys could smell this right now. I don't want to blow it out, but I have
know,
to.
but you
It's
have to.
sad.
I know. Yeah, so that's
But-
exciting. Can't wait. Yeah, it'll be on the website. My Instagram is Osoy Candles, so you
Yes.
could always see updates and whatnot on there, and like the link to my website and whatnot. So yeah, really excited to restock the Cafe de Olla too, because I haven't had that on the website in like I think like 6 months or something. We just like. I just, and people ask for it. I get DMs sometimes.
Yeah,
When
people
we
love
have
it.
that. Are you going to have it again? So, yeah, it's an exciting time to kind of restock and revamp and then pair it up with this brand new candle collab. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Of
And
course.
hopefully more markets in the future.
Yeah.
Would love to do more markets with you. And I'm proud of you
Thank you
for putting that together. I could never.
You could. You totally could.
No.
You could if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
I don't want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not my personality. But yeah, it was so great. A lot of friends, and you just tell everyone was having fun.
Yeah.
And really excited to go from like one booth to the other. And someone actually, sorry, I know we're probably trying to end this, but I have never experienced this before. I don't know if it has to do with like growth on my socials, but I had 3 different candle makers come like specifically because I posted and they wanted to buy a candle off of me. And I thought that was super cool.
That's cool.
And there was one girl, I don't know if she was a candle maker or not, but she came all the way from San Diego to buy a candle from me and like meet
Oh my
me.
gosh, that's so
I
cool.
know. And I was like, did I hear this? Did I hear you correctly? Like, so I was like, whoa, that's great. Like, I was
Wow.
like very like, wow.
Yeah.
Not impressed. What's the word I'm looking for? Not, I don't know.
Like
whatever.
flattered? Or?
Yeah, flattered, I guess. Yeah. So that was cool. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, like seriously came from San Diego. So, yeah, that was fun. It was exciting. I think the market was like a big deal for a lot of people and the community. So
For
it was
sure.
awesome. I'd love
For
to
sure.
do more with you. So yeah, good
Thanks.
job.
Oh, so good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
Of course. I'm always happy to be here.
Thanks. You're the best. I love you.
I love you. Ew.
I'm
Disgusting.
triggering everyone's.
I know.
What's it called?
Misophonia.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I was MIA. I will be here after my trip to Mexico, actually. I will be here continuously recording away.
Everybody pray that nothing goes awry on Valerie's trip, that her flights are smooth and no delays, no turbulence.
No cancellation. No,
cancellation.
literally.
Yeah.
Nothing.
None of the things.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's all just send good vibes her way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and we'll chat soon.
Bye.
Bye.